YouTube, hello, hello, and welcome to run number 2 of Across the Unknown. Now, if you did watch yesterday's performance, which should be live currently, you know that it was rough. You all know that it was very frustrating in some aspects, where we were falling into failure states and we were falling into issues, basically just staying alive. And our run ended right before we got Tuvix. I mean, literally right before. We were so close. We had Tuvix on the screen, almost. And what ended up happening was I was very upset, understandably. And it took me a moment to calm down and be like, all right, no, if I try this, maybe it'll go better. So what I've done is I spent 2 hours before stream started to get back where we were on the easy difficulty. Now, you know what? It's probably just easier if I show you. So let's go over to the gaming screen and I'll show you. Alright, so we are exactly where we left off. Where we are in Sector 4. And we have most, keyword most, of the technologies and most of the states of the crew that were in the previous run. But let me go over some stuff. So the first thing I want to draw to everyone's attention is something that I learned the other day, in that, where is it? I think it's under science? No, it's under crew. So you remember that Vidian surgical device that was like, hey, you know, I don't want to use it because I don't want to use a one-time use. No, it just turns out that once you unlock a technology, it's just there. So all those 100% success ratings that I was ignoring and taking risks on, no, you can just use the surgical device whenever you want. Anything in the tech tree, once it's unlocked, you can use it. Now the next thing I want to point out is that instead of going, across all of Tier 1 and then going into Tier 2, what I've done is I have almost tunnel visioned certain things. And one of those is delicious meals. And the reason I did that is because the food rations, no matter what they are, give morale by +3. So what that means is your emergency rations are now only -7 morale, the regular food rations are +3, and your premium replicator rations are now +13. So that makes a huge difference with morale. The next thing I focus is actually under combat, is I focus rotate shield frequency so that there's less enemy shield penetration, keeps you alive longer. And I also beelined for the disruptor control room, which I'll explain when we get into combat, but basically disruptors are amazing for getting down shields as long as you figure out how to distribute power to them, which was a whole thing, which I'll explain when we get there. What else did I focus? We did get linked beaming from that whole micro wormhole with the Romulan. I did look at the achievements for this game. Apparently there is a way you can get that Romulan as a hero, but I didn't do it because I wanted to stay in the spirit of the run. The other thing I got was regenerative fusion, because, or no, that was something they gave us as part of a mystery technology, as part of a side mission. Let me think. Oh, and engineering. Where is it? This is probably the most important thing, is I rushed Bassard Collectors level 2. Because before, you weren't, it was just there. Bassard Collectors were just there. But level 2 Bassard Collectors, you get 4 deuterium each cycle. Now, that's not nearly enough to keep your ship running, but it significantly makes it easier for you to not run out of deuterium. And I will be getting warp core efficiency as soon as I have 100 research. But let me show you what I've actually done with the interior of the ship here, because it's vastly different. So first things first, as you might be able to tell here, I gotta turn this back on. As you can tell, I have focused the upper decks, and there are no regular crew quarters. Everybody's in emergency quarters. And that's on purpose, because as it turns out, regular quarters take up a lot of room and a lot of power. And as you can see, I'm already at max morale and getting +3 from everything. So it's just better to just emergency quarters everybody and go from there. And I have full deuterium, I have full power, I have full tritanium, because every single one of my cargo bays is literally just deuterium. And what I do and what I've learned is that the best way to handle deuterium and food is basically whenever you come into a sector or whenever you drop in, just stay on your regular food, use up your food as much as possible, then switch over to replicator rations. That way you're not eating too much into deuterium. Other than that, there's nothing on going down here. I do actually have a major change, and that is we did keep Mr. Carey. And the reason for that is because I think what happened was I picked a different dialogue choice with Seska, and it didn't even give me the choice of accusing Carey. So we now have Carey, and he's just chilling in the workshop. But we have Klingon B'Elanna. We actually have a Kazon as well. Apparently that first Kazon you pick up as part of the distress call and ends up getting killed by his boss later. Apparently if you tell his boss to just fuck off, you get to keep the Kazon. So that's fun. And then I'm trying to think if there's any other major change. Oh, yes, the most important change, perhaps, especially for this game, is I have 2 science laboratories. I don't know where it is, but I've got a second one somewhere. There it is. Kess is at it. So the reason I have 2 science laboratories is not only does it research much faster, it also gives me 2 science per cycle rather than +1, literally doubling the science we get. And that's important because you need science in this game. You desperately need science. And then other than that, the only thing I'll point out as I start scanning and getting into the game here is that there are definitely procedurally generated star systems where every time you start a sector or anytime you start a new run of a sector, that your system is completely re-rolled. Now, that also means your events in those systems are also re-rolled, but overall, it just means that you don't have to worry too much about hitting everything. And yes, I did start the YouTube intro. It is 7 minutes into the recording, which I need to make a mark that now is when the actual gameplay starts. So let's just jump right in. I'm probably not going to be reading as much of the screen, probably because it's just at this point, I'm just going to, you know what, I'm going to leave this actually real quick because it's giving us 1,000 food. We can only store 1,000, so I'm going to leave that planet because it's a nice planet, and we're just going to work our way down. Alright, what do you want to trade? Tritanium for deuterium. We don't want that. Food for duranium. No, we can't afford that. Duranium 50 for dilithium. Yes, we will do that. Because now we're going to fly to a duranium planet. Also, Evelyn 10, hello. Because here, as you can see, we now have a choice when it comes to collecting duranium, is we can use the disruptor control room. And we already failed. Nice. Nice. Well, that's par for the course. That's just really par for the course. But it's okay, because we have a repair station. And we're going to pay the tritanium, which we have full on, to get 150 of our stuff back. And now we're just going to bounce here and here, and then we'll go over here. Because right now we're waiting on 70 research. So we're going to invite the survivors aboard. Okay, we got 2 of that. Let's get this duranium. And let me see. We can only store so much, so let's just go ahead and rely on the torpedoes here, which actually doesn't consume torpedoes, as I learned. So you are just incentivized to, you know, fire torpedoes at some regard. Oh boy, here we go. Captain, 2 Kazon Raiders approaching. Weapons charged. Battle stations. Alright, so if you remember first playthrough, we had a very weak combat rating. That is no longer a thing. we now have 143 because of disruptors. And as you'll probably see...
What are your orders, Captain?
This is probably very important. Now, if you're like me and you're like, well, how the hell do I turn on disruptors? Here's the thing. So there are no tooltips on screen. There's no way of knowing what the keybinds are. I literally just had to experiment. This second rating here is the disruptor. And what you can do is use the arrow keys if you're on mouse and keyboard, and you can allocate using up and down to charge your disruptors.
Moving to
And
attack
then
the
the
port
other
side,
thing you
Captain.
can do is you can put another point into shield if
Ability
you've got
ready,
it.
Captain.
Yeah, like why isn't it the mouse? Why isn't it
Ability ready,
WASD?
Captain.
Like I was looking
Enemy
online.
shields destroyed, Captain.
I was looking on just what was missing overall. Yes, yes, I know.
Moving to defend the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
But as you can see, we literally just destroyed that Kazon Raider in one volley.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed. Ability ready, Captain.
And again, the king of stuff here is just shoot for the weapons.
Moving to attack the
Because as you can see, yes, we're on easy difficulty now, but that is significantly different compared to what we were experiencing before. All right. So what do we got? Captain, we've arrived. The shipwreck's really beat up. Well, let's scan it. Scan them. I want to know what we're dealing with. 5 life signs, faint. The ship's... Okay, so this is the radiation one that we had before. So this is the one that's like, hey, yeah, we need help. And we're going to heal them with the Vidian surgical device because, again, we can just use it. Just, hey, free 100%. We'll take it. I actually think that if you don't get that Vidian surgical device in the second or first sector, you're in trouble. Like, I have run into so many different instances where the Vidian surgical device is amazing that it's almost like one of those little Easter eggs that if you don't get at the beginning of an adventure, you're screwed. Like, this is old school choose your own adventure. Old school. So, you know. No, we need 21 more. So we'll just keep sciencing. Now, one thing I'll point out is, like, right here, nothing here except that repair station is what we want to mess with. Because right now, we have pretty good deuterium. We have pretty good food. So we're just going to leave this sector as is and go to the next one. A nutritious... Alright, so here's the Tuvix mission where we exploded last time. And we're going to be Tuvixing. Now that's the thing. So being... It's something where I do agree that rerolls are needed. But I also would wonder if... I mean, because a lot of the design choices in this game... Because again, I was reflecting on the design choices. A lot of the design choices in this game are from a developer that doesn't want you to save scum, from a developer that doesn't want you to have to sit there and roll over and over and over again. And yes, Neelix and Tuvok, go become Tuvix. But it's very much a developer that has a very narrow vision of what they consider a positive game experience. Now, that's not a bad thing. It's just something that, if you're not ready for it, it is something where... How do I want to put it? If you're not ready for it, it's very frustrating if you don't know how the dev is thinking. And it's just something you have to do by trial and error. There really should be more tutorials. But for example, so one thing I'm going to do here is with half food remaining, I'm actually going to switch over to deuterium here because we can afford the deuterium. Also helps with morale a little bit. But we are literally sitting pretty next to some deuterium, and we're just going to pass the 4 cycles until we get to 2 Vix. Let's see, so we have, let's do 1 more. Let's see, 2 more, so let's go over to the Kazon Raider to get the deuterium. We are going to use the torpedo bay again. Okay, not batting well for that, but we got some deuterium. Alright, let's get to Vix, where we left off yesterday. Alright, everything from this point is blind onwards, so let's get into it. Commander, have our foragers returned? Not yet, we're having transporter issues. Janeway to transporter room 1, what's the holdup, Ensign? Minor malfunction, Captain, we're ready to bring them back now. Energize. Buffering pattern nominal. Wait, there's only 1 life sign. Complete the beaming process. Divert power to transporter relay, Ensign. Aye, Captain, what? A familiar stranger. A stranger materializes on the platform, a being both familiar and alien. The crew stares in disbelief. The stranger bears a perplexing resemblance to both Tuvok and Neelix, but is neither. Whoa, who came to security? Intruder alert. Transporter room 1. Wait, I am Tuvok. And I am Neelix. What? Captain, the bioscanners, they somehow their patterns have merged. So what's up with you, Tuvix? You claim to be Tuvok and Neelix. How is that possible? You ask for a credible explanation? A simple transporter malfunction seems illogical. I could tell you the exact recipe for my infamous Talaxian surprise, or recite the teachings of Surak. Would that suffice? Report to sickbay, immediately. My scans indicate that all biological matter was merged on a molecular level. He is surprisingly healthy, given the circumstances. The man you see before you is a fusion of 2 men, Captain. Did their minds merge as well? Who are you? As I said, Captain, I am Tuvok, and I am Neelix. Their minds, their memories, they are mine. I know all of you. You are my good friends. Alright, what do you remember, Mr. Tuvix? What's the last thing you remember? We had just finished gathering the plants. We were beaming back to Voyager. After that, I was standing on the transporter pad, as you see me now. Have your tests revealed anything else, Doctor? Yes, a 3rd genetic pattern. It was tricky to spot since I wasn't looking for plant genetics. Excuse me? The orchids. We had collected several dozen of them, and we now have orchids to research. They're part of your genetic structure now, but they aren't affecting your biochemistry. Could this alien planet have affected the scanners, Ensign? No, it's the plants. Possibly, I'll know more after running a diagnostic on the biofilters and transporter logs. Get on it, Ensign. In the meantime, Doctor... what are we calling you, buddy? Ah, a name. I haven't thought of that. Why not Nevok? How about no? How about Tuvix? Yes, we'll go with Tuvox. Tuvix. Very well, Doctor. Examine Tuvix and the orchids. Keep me posted. Of course, Captain. Alright. So, now what we can do is we can research the transporter protocols. And they will research faster there. But, in the meantime, let's go get more science. Let's see, there's not a lot of food here, but there's a lot of deuterium. Let's fly over here, get this science. Okay, so we now have craftable reports. And we also now have 100 of that, so the first thing... Oh, we have to do orchid samples, because of course. Alright, let me switch back over to food. And we need to assign a hero here. We've used everybody. Let's put Chakotay in here, so we're only losing 1 morale per stuff. Let's ask for an exchange of science. Get some science. Alright, we got 40 science. Nice. And then we'll go to Dryan 2. Try to get this side quest handled. Alright, time for an away mission. Alright. So let's see. Looks like we need a lot of... we don't have Tuvok here, so this might be an issue. We have engineering, so we're going to send Klingon Balana. We need science and medicine, so we'll send Kess. And then we need Starfleet. I think we're going to just send Chakotay on this one. Alright, let's see what happens. Ascending to Dryan 2. Stable. Wait, we're lost control. We're going down. Or we could modify the shield matrix to absorb the impact. I believe in you, Klingon Balana. Ooh, that was close. That was very close. Alright, so we got some morale and some science. Wait, we could repair... Did you hear that? Something's here. I love how we're just immediately negotiating. But let's actually scan the surroundings with tricorders, because we get food and science out of it. Tricorder detects 3 children who emerge from the bush and plead for protection, saying their elders plan to kill them. And oh, this is the reverse aging. This is the reverse aging mission. Usually we would have Tuvok here, literally painted. Here's Tuvok. I think we're just going to hide with the children, because we can. Oh, so close to a crit. They find cover in the surrounding terrain. The Dryan squad search the area in vain. After a while, the shuttle flies off. Alright, let's see. Oh, how big is it? It's science. It's science. I'm gonna risk it. I want science. I shouldn't have risked it. So, Balana's injured, but that's fine. We just didn't get the injury-free bonus. But, the moon's atmosphere is blocking communications with the shuttle. Should we contact the Dryans? Yes, we should. Greetings, I am Captain Catherine Janeway of the starship Voyager. I am Alicia, first prelate. May this day find you at peace. We do not have guests often. How can we help? Our intentions are sincere. Cooperation and open communication with your people. We have encountered an irradiated ship in dire need of repair. Their warp cores require polyferronide. We're hoping to trade with you. What is it you want? What's important to me? The crew. The crew, the heart of the ship. I'd be nothing without them. Interesting. We also prioritize the bonds between people. We will gladly trade with you. Let us discuss... Excuse me, Captain. I have urgent matters to attend to. I will be back. Captain, the away team has returned. So soon? Several Dryan children were brought along. They claimed the Dryans left them on the moon to die and returned to speed up the process. The Dryans tried to kill their own children? No. The children claim so. They were in poor health or are currently in sickbay. Captain, Alicia's herring. Her ship's powering up weapons. On screen. You have violated our sacred moon and abducted our people. Return them. We rescued them. They were left there to die. They were fulfilling their sacred duty. You call hunting children a sacred duty? Children, Captain, these children are our elders. When a Dryan nears death, they undergo the rite of passage on our sacred moon. They may appear as children to you, but that is how we age. Their shuttle crashed and their guardians died. Confused, they must have forgotten. Please, return them. It is crucial they die on their moon to fulfill their spiritual journey. I'm trusting you, buddy. The Delta Quadrant never ceases to amaze. I trust you, Alicia. Thank you. I sensed a kindred spirit in you, Captain Janeway. I'm glad you respect our tradition. Accept this polyferronide. May your acts of kindness echo through the galaxy. Thank you. We'll beam your people over. Goodbye, Captain. Helm, take us back to Rivas. Maximum warp. Alright. So, how many more cycles do we have on... Oh, well, we need this. So, we're going to switch over to Space Station. Get some deuterium. Okay, so we now have a comms request from Tuvix, so let's answer this first. Captain, I've completed the diagnostic. It was a textbook transport sequence. No anomalies, power overloads, or malfunctions. What about the orchids, Doctor? They're just a plant, Captain. Lysosomal enzymes, cytoplasmatic proteins, nothing unusual. Alright, show determination. This is unheard of in transporter history. I'm not willing to accept it's a simple malfunction. What about a holodeck simulation to create the accident? Part of my interference, Doctor, you mentioned lysosomal enzymes? According to Tuvok's botanical research, Lysosomal enzymes could indicate symbiogenesis. What? Words. A rare reproductive process. Instead of pollination or mating, symbiogenic organisms merge with another species. So we actually do have in real life species that do this, but they're parasitic in nature. I think it's... Is it the corpse flower that does this? It's one of those plants that smells really, really bad that does this. But a plant in real life, more than a few plants in real life, does something like this. Fascinating hypothesis, but we're dealing with microcellular organisms. Symbiogenesis with a humanoid species is unprecedented. Actually, Doctor, Neelix and Tuvok were broken down onto a microcellular level during transport. And if the enzymes interacted with their DNA inside the matter stream, they would fuse. Just like that, Tuvix is born. It's the best theory I've heard so far, as it's the only theory I've heard so far. Let's test our assumption on the orchids before we... Okay, so we're going to use the Vidian surgical device again. Doctor, use the Vidian surgical device to separate the orchids. And it's a success. I found a radioisotope that could selectively attach itself to specific DNA sequences, and... Is the procedure safe, Doctor? I've accounted for every variable except one. I don't want to die. Well, congratulations, Tuvix. You have a point, and I agree with you. We've been so focused on restoring Tuvok and Neelix that we haven't considered your perspective. You are a sentient being with your own thoughts and feelings. This is uncharted territory. And I swear to God, Janeway, you are keeping him. I swear to God, you are keeping him. Perhaps, Captain, I am an opportunity. The greatest... Okay, so, guess what? No separation. And we unlock Tuvix's hero. Alright, everybody, we have achieved our purpose in this game. We have achieved our purpose. Now, small spoilers. I looked at the achievements. And there is one other character that I want to get. There is one other character that we will be doing everything in our power to get. I'm not going to tell you who that character is, but all I'm going to say is that it's related to the Doctor and the Borg. I won't say anything else, but there is one other character that we will be getting this run no matter what. So, yeah. Alright, so we're keeping Tuvix. Oh, Cass, calm down. You're fine. Cass, I know this isn't easy, but Neelix isn't truly gone. His laughter, his warmth, his love for you, they're all still here within me. Thank you, Captain. Your decision was most compassionate. Show empathy. I can't deny the sadness I feel. Tuvok and Neelix were family, yet they live on inside you. But now it's time we resumed our journey home. I think you have a job to do, Mr. Tuvix. Alright, and we have... Oh, so we actually get an in-memorandum for characters that are canon characters. The loss of Neelix is keenly felt across the ship tonight. He initially joined us, driven by the desperate hope of rescuing Cass, his love, but quickly became so much more. Our friend, our indispensable guide in unknown space, our morale officer, and our chef. He tirelessly worked to bring a smile to every face, even our darkest days. Yep, nobody cares, because you're Neelix. Now, Tuvok, we do care about. Paying our final respects to Tuvok tonight was devastating. It was a moment I always hoped would be years away, and that the roles would then be reversed. He was more than my security chief, he was one of my closest advisors, and more importantly, a true friend. His logic was always there to ground me, his loyalty was absolute. His counsel was invaluable, he never hesitated to challenge my decision, and that helped us through every trial. The crushing burden of not being able to bring him home will stay with me forever. I miss you, Tuvok, every step of the journey and beyond. Nice. Alright, so let's actually put Tuvix. Oh my lord, look at Tuvix's stats! Holy crap! So what if we put Tuvix in here? What happens here? How much does it say? No, it doesn't say how much. Huh, okay. Okay, Chakotay, you go there. Yeah, Tuvix is amazingly stacked. Tuvix, you're going to be still in here. So we're back to +2 rations. Good stuff there. Alright, we have a bunch of science. Let's get science going. And we are going to be doing the warp core efficiency, because we want to not have to use as much deuterium. And then sickbay, I'm going to upgrade. Alright, so we are now using resources correctly. Yeah, it is true that we do lose, you know, Tuvok, which is very focused in one aspect, and we also lose Neelix, which is good in another. But overall, I think we're sitting pretty. I think we are doing very well for ourselves. Alright. Captain, another Kazon attack. 4 vessels. Okay, so this time, this is the encounter which blew us up last time. So, where is he? Commanding attack. Holy crap, look at that! Fires an enhanced phaser shot and reduces the cooldown of all other hero abilities. That is amazing. Also, Techno, congratulations! You arrived to see Tuvix. Alright, well, let's see how different this combat actually goes. Alright, we're gonna focus on your weapons.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Now, a lot of this thing is stacking.
Shields down, Captain.
Alright, so we've already blown up 1.
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
And
moving to defend the front, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Okay, so we actually have blown up our weapons, so that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Repair
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Alright, we're doing better.
Moving to ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Just instantly deleting
the front, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Yeah, so we took a little bit of a hit, but overall, okay, we have some damaged rooms. Hull breach on deck 3. Yes, I know. Janeway Engineering, report. Jonas here. What do you need, Captain? Crewman Jonas, where's Lieutenant Torres? Is she alright? She's busy with the wounded. Guess I'm on comms duty. Very well. How's the situation in engineering? It's chaos, Captain. A console just blew up in some of the crew's faces. It's pretty nasty. And we lost 500 morale. I see. Help with the Lieutenant. She should report to you when she's done. It's almost a miracle we went this far without taking casualties. We need to end this now, Captain. The deadline the 35 gave us, it's passed. You sound like you already have a plan, Commander. An alliance. If we had some Kazon sect as allies, the others wouldn't touch us. Yeah, I agree with you. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer, right? My thoughts exactly. Captain, we're not far from the Sobras, home to the Kazon Pomar. There's someone... Okay, I was like, wait a second, Neelix, how the hell did you come back? No, this is another Talaxian. I was like, wait a second. How did you get back on my ship, Neelix? Alright. Not Neelix. There's apparently someone who owes you a favor. Not exactly, but he does have their mage's ear. We wouldn't be risking a confrontation. The Alliance could restore crew faith and give an undecided critical pause in their ultimatum. Let's seek an alliance. Let's give it a shot. Helm, set a course. Alright. So we now have a lot of problems on our ship. So let's see. How do we fix this? Let's get the mess hall. No available work team, of course. Where is hull repair? Get that fixing. And we are returning to the adrift ship. Okay. Okay, so we got sickbay back. That's good. Let's get the cargo bay back up so that we can store things. Okay, we got the mess hall back up and running. And we are going to go to premium replicator rations to help stave off the morale. We are also going to... We don't have deuterium to repair that. We need to repair the workshop, is the problem. The workshop is tremendously needed right now. So we're going to need some duranium. Alright, well, we are any choices to use disruptors. And we failed. Great. Well, let's try this again. Alright, let's try this again. Shuttle this time. Okay, now we can fix our ship. Alright, so the first things first is we need this workshop repaired. We need this sickbay repaired. And then I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Alright, let's go to the adrift ship. Alright, we have now warp core efficiency 1, which should be much easier on our stuff. But let's see here. Let me see. Large cargo bay. Holy crap. 3,000. Holy crap. That is amazing. Like, that is better than cargo bay level 2. Like, holy crap, that is amazing. We do need work teams. Yeah, the large cargo bay's got to take up more room. Is it like on 2 levels? In that case, yeah, maybe we don't research it. In that case, what else do I have option here? Double food ration, holodeck level 2. We don't care about officers' quarters. Okay, we don't care about anything here. Science. Transporter room 3 could be important. As could navigational deflector. Is there anything over here? Hydroponics day level 2. Nothing there. Okay, I think what we're gonna do... let me check combat real quick. There might be something here we want. Let me see. Also, Jedi Prime, hello. I think we're going to just risk it, and I'm going to research Science 2. Again, we are in uncharted territory, so who knows what'll happen. Salvage protocols. Yes, let me look. Salvage protocols was under engineering, I believe. No, it was under combat. So salvage protocols is you just get 20% more rewards after combat, which could be useful. But I think we need Science 3 first. Alright, so let's do this mission. Rivis ship is within hailing range, Captain. Hail them. Captain Janeway, we've been eagerly waiting your return. We're beaming over the polyferronite, Rivis. We're deeply grateful, Captain. Accept these minerals as token... Okay, so we just got a bunch of stuff. Thank you, Rivis. Thank you, Rivis. Farewell. Helm set a course for home. And we just got 400 morale out of it. Nice. Alright. So... Travel to Sorbus. Alright, Boom, boom? Yeah, I think we go boom, boom. Okay, so now we have stuff back. We have our crew being fixed. Well, we're gonna need more of that. Let me check what we need for main engineering. Missing resources. Okay, so we need we need more resources for the warp core. So that is our next focus, is we need resources. I'll give you a bioneural gel pack, sure. And then we want more deuterium. Let me see. Gambling ring. Alright, you can continue. Give me that sweet, delicious morale. And we're just going to use the tractor beam, because I believe in our tractor beam. I didn't believe in the tractor beam hard enough. Alright, let's fly over here and get some more deuterium. Alright, we are going to risk, let's not... Let's just use tractor beam again. Hopefully tractor beam will not fail us. Okay, tractor beam did not fail us. Good, good, good. And now, let me go to the ship. Because I think... Alright, we switched over to normal food, which is what we want. And now we fly over here. Alright, where is this planet? Oh, good, all the way off in Fuckville. Just completely off the charts. That's great. Alright, well... I guess put you on... Where are you? Put you on hull repair to use up some of that, the resources. Okay, we have Science 3. And we are going to immediately use it to... Let me see... I think we want the advanced lighting module, so we're going to get that. Okay, and we now fly over to get some dilithium. Alright, send a mining team. You know what? We have a disruptor array. Let's use the disruptor array. We should not have used the disruptor array. Well, we tried. Alright, we've got a Kazon Raider, which we will absolutely dumpster.
Moving to attack the front, Captain.
The one thing I don't like is I have to manually turn on the disruptor.
Ability ready, Captain.
I wish I could just hit it, disrupt it once and be fine.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
You know, it is what it is.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Alright, we've destroyed the Kazon again. Yeah, there's definitely improvements that need to be made to this game. But overall, it's pretty good once you understand what you're supposed to be doing. Anyway, time for this away mission. Let's see what kerfluffle we get into now. Alright, well, Tuvix is obviously going. We need somebody with science, or no, medical. I guess Kess is going, because she's our only real medical person. And we need an engineer, so let's send Balana. And see what happens. Captain, Jeltera, Telreza, and another Kazon are already here, and they don't look cheerful. How do we approach them? We want the morale, so Tuvix. Good job, Tuvix. The away team starts negotiation with the Kazon. Suddenly, the team is grabbed by the Kazon. Sacks are pulled over their head and they are dragged away. We walked right into a trap. We're locked up with people who call themselves the Trabe. They don't seem hostile. Oh, interesting. If we had a Vidian ally, we could have done that. Interesting. Well, let's use Kess. The whole reason we brought Kess. Yeah, the 3D models are rough. Like, obviously the 3D models were designed for a mobile game, is what I would say. But, you know, For a $30 game, it's not as bad as it could have been. Definitely could have been much, much worse. Alright, well, we brought B'Elanna, so we're going to pick the lock. The away team improvises a primitive lockpick and unlocks the cell door. We're on way to ship, Captain. Trabe and Toll. Wait, a K's on patrol. They're throwing grenades. Auto crit, please. Quick reflexes guarantee the grenades land amongst the Kazon before exploding. After escaping the cave, they are beamed aboard Voyager. And everybody gets a level except Cass. Nice. The away team and the Trabe are on board, Captain. Welcome, I'm Captain Catherine Janeway, Captain of this starship. Pleasure is mine, Captain. I am Mavis, leader of the Trabe. You have our deepest gratitude. And yeah, like, I don't think the 3D models were something they should have focused on. I agree with you, Techno, but as harsh as I was on the game yesterday, I'm starting to realize how small of a development team this was. This was something that a indie developer, like, this is like their second game. So, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, they did what they could with the resources they had. And sure, you know, Tom Paris having gray hair here is a little bit weird. And sure, there's some quality differences with Tuvok and Paris's VO when you do the sector logs. But overall, I think it's just something where, you know, they put resources where they could. And yeah, I was going to say that next being is that the German government did fund them. This is one of those cool, like, German grant things. Fun fact, Vampire Therapist was also a German grant, but under a different ministry. But, you know, there's only so much money you can get for a project like this. So, now, Techno, one thing about that mod scene is that everything I've seen is that Paramount is very wary about mods, or at least in the interviews I've read. If I can remember to find the interview, I'll put it in the description of this video. But my understanding is Paramount's like, ooh, we don't want people to mod this game. Which I get, but I also wish wasn't the case. Incoming Kazon vessels, Captain. I guess we're firing. That won't be necessary, Captain. Those are my people. Everything the Kazon have, including ship, they stole from us. Interesting. Why is that? We share a dark past. When I was a child, the Kazon overthrew their enslavers, us, the Trabe. More precisely, my parents' generation. We have been on the run ever since. We just want to settle down somewhere and open a new chapter for the Trabe. I will show empathy for you. Punishing children for the action of their parents never worked. I'm sorry. Your compassion is appreciated, Captain. I was told you set an alliance with the Kazon? Shame it didn't work out. We might not be as numerous, but with a little help we could regain some of our strength and become a valuable ally. Trabe were advanced species before the uprising. Yeah, have some of my precious uranium, I guess. Thank you, Captain. This is very generous. Can I share anything more? There is something else. Okay, apparently I can't share food. Yup, the Trabe were rich and powerful. They manipulated information, and no one wanted to risk offending them. Alright, well, we have nothing to spare. Today we could be a force to reckon with, or even something bolder than that. Could ask the Kazon mage to join us at the bargaining table. Yes, bring the factions together, convince them that peace would be everyone's best interest. My people could finally settle, find a new home. Well, might be worth a try. Captain, I am uneasy about the Trabe. They have been nothing but trouble for my people, and you're giving them a safe haven. I acknowledge your position. I understand, Nut. The scars they left on your people must run deep, but we are desperate. The Trabe offers a chance for stability in the sector and our survival. We don't need their help. We are strong. We can fight our own battles. Strength alone does not guarantee survival. This alliance isn't about charity. It's about benefit. Stability benefits everyone, including the Kazon. I see. Promise me one thing, Captain. Don't let the Trabe pull the wool over your eyes. They are slippery. We Kazon might be tough, but we're not all like the Cullah. Alright, I'll stay open-minded. Thank you, Captain. Alright, so we're waiting for people to arrive. We have a lot of food. We have a lot of deuterium. How far away are you? 6? Alright, let's fly over here. Alright, so that should increase our energy reserves a bit. And we want this immediately, because that'll mean we'll get 4 per, so we're going to wait on that. Alright. We really want to upgrade sickbay, though. We really, really want to upgrade sickbay. We need to upgrade sickbay. We need to upgrade main engineering. Oh, Lord. Alright, well, I guess we're just waiting on more resources at this point. Alright, give me that food. Alright, we have full food. And then I guess we're here, so we'll get some deuterium. And battle stations. Great.
What are your orders,
Alright, well.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Alright, well, their weapons are gone, which means now we take out the...
Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
But as you can see, that disruptor, that
Enemy
beam that's
shields
firing there,
ability ready, Captain.
absolutely dumpsters shields. And makes it a very, very easy difficulty. Alright, so we got a bunch of deuterium. We're going to fly back to Sorbos because they're going to be back in 4 cycles. And I think we also need to switch over to premium. You know what? We've got the food. I think we're okay. We've got the food. Let's fly back over to Sorbos. Alright, Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders will continue. Good luck, Mubus. We'll keep you safe here on out. Thank you, Captain. I think this is the beginning of a great alliance. Ensign Kim, Hel Kula. Captain, we seem to be destined to encounter each other. Maj Kola, we hope this will lead to a new climate of peace. Maj Kola, I'm grateful you agreed to meet. I hope we'll come to terms. Terms? Forgive me if I'm skeptical about negotiating with slavers. Fear's holding you back, buddy. Your skepticism is born of fear. The Kazon cling to conquest. True strength lies in cooperation, something the Trabe are willing to embrace. Yes. Yup. We increase threat level. Captain Janeway speaks of a future where strength is not measured solely by conflict. The Trabe are willing to find common ground in that aspiration. We let down our guard and the Trabe conquer us again. We're hardly a threat. We're scattered, desperate. All he asks is for a chance to find a new home. Emphasize change. The Trabe were unjust, but they seek change. Can we offer them a chance to prove that? Actions speak louder than words. The Trabe must earn our trust. Captain, we must not be careful to dwell in the past. It could undermine our efforts towards peace. This union with the Trabe seems like an effort to force us to capitulate. I'm going to reiterate my commitment to peace. We're committed to peace. This alliance offers the best chance for stability. Please reconsider. Your commitment is admirable, but misplaced. The Trabe will betray you. Maj Kola, allow me to withdraw and confirm with my Federation colleagues. You're allying yourselves with the greatest villains the Squadron ever known, Captain. Oh boy. Yup, everybody just died. Kazon and the Trabe opened fire on each other. Yup. I can't get a lock on him, Captain. The situation is escalating, Captain. I think we just flee. I think we just get out of here. I think we just leave. This battle's been brewing for generations. Let it boil. Get us out of here. This is not our concern. Kala is heralding us. I hope he has a good explanation for all this. How dare you, woman, taking advantage of our goodwill to lure us into a trap? You know what? I'm accusing the Kazon. It's all you, buddy. Don't take me for a fool, Cullah. I know your people attacked first. I wish we had. You're an utter fool, Janeway. Slavers never change, and now we need to hunt them down for good. Your actions will have serious consequences, I promise you. And tell Nut he's always been a weakling, but this kind of wretchedness, he runs off with Starfleet rats and then helps the Trabe wipe us out. He disgusts me. Captain, we should have defended my people, or at least tried to stop the fighting. Sometimes the hardest choice is to walk away. Getting involved in that fight would have only caused more harm. Trabe vessel is hailing, Captain. Yes, I know. I know. You're mad at me. Save it, Mabus. Tell me, did you use this to get us the Kazon all at the silver platter? Curse you and your doubt. All we wanted to do was claim a new planet in peace. Now we have to flee and hide again. The Trabe won't forget your interference. You'll pay for this. Yeah. Captain, we've arranged the Kazon and made enemies of the Trabe. I'll check on the crew. This could end in catastrophe. Good news, Captain. Despite everything, all 35 have chosen to stay. Seems our efforts paid off. Testament to the resilience and to teamwork, wouldn't you say? 500 morale. Alright. We have finished Sector 4. Well done. Alright, well, we have a nebula and another nebula. Let's see if we can do any kind of scan on it. Bunch of stuff here. Can't really do anything there. Let's scan here. There is some stuff here, but we also have a 3 threat rating. And I don't think it's worth doing that. But we will start the research on Science Level 2. But let's quickly look at our ship. Ship is fine. Let's quickly look at the sectors. Yeah, there's really not much for us here, so we're just going to go to the next sector and find out together what that entails. And we're at Sector 5.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. Business as usual. The Kazon are shooting at us, we're shooting back, though Seska and Cullah have been conspicuously inconspicuous. Strategy? Psychology? Or did they finally take that much-needed honeymoon? Who knows? The captain's finally admitted she's losing faith in a peaceful resolution to our little Kazon conflict. I'm not exactly itching for a full-scale war myself. I prefer the Kazon just collectively beam themselves into a black hole. But let's be realistic here. Even with all our fancy Starfleet tech and the best damn pilot in the galaxy at the helm, the Kazon are basically a Hydra. Chop one head off, 2 more pop up. And Cullah and Seska? They don't seem to care how many minions they burn through until they finally get what they...
And we're probably going to jump right into combat. I can sense it. Report. The plasma stream burned away the inner layer of the warp cores. We're going to need a source of veritium cortronide. Till we find it, our warp core output is severely... Oh, God. Well, that's okay. We're already at Tier 2. That's fine. Captain, a Talaxian convoy is in this sector. I'm sure they'll have what we need. Alright, thank you, Not Neelix. My inspection of main engineering points to sabotage, Captain. Logs were systematically deleted at regular intervals. Well, we can spare B'Elanna. Lieutenant Torres, track any subspace comms from main engineering. On it, Captain. Good, now let's see the convoy. Alright, so we now have more homesickness, which is great. Just what we wanted. Looks like everything is assigned as it should be, so we're good there. Let's look at the system we're in. Oh my lord. Alright, we got some deuterium, we've got people. People. Okay, that's where we need for our freighter. I think we go boom, 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 boom. And we gotta go over there. Looks like we're getting a lot of people. That's what I'm saying here, is we're getting a lot of people. Again, I did wish we could just scan everything. but I understand why they did it. And the reason they did it, so you had to scan everything individually, is because of an upgrade in the tech tree, where you could unlock a tech tree that makes a resource scanning better. But the main problem is that, how to put it? It's a send mining team. The main problem is that they... Oh my god, seriously? Ugh. Well, I guess we're going over here. I'll negotiate. Will you give me people? You will give me people. And we get a bunch of morale off of it, too. Nice. Alright, well, let's get this stuff here. I'll bring you aboard. Don't screw me. Good job. We have full that now. We'll go here to get food. We'll hunt the beasts. Okay, we have full food. Let's go over here to get this uranium. And we're just going to play it safe. Okay, and now that we have our 100 thing, we are going to be upgrading the warp core, because we're going to need that eventually. And then our next upgrade, I think, is sickbay. I think our next upgrade is sickbay. Let me see. Because then... Do we have enough? We do. Maybe we actually focus on this life support to get this life support working properly. Because then it'll open up more room for us. Well, we're just sort of flying along, so... Over here. Buy them free. I do have dilithium to spare. So the holodeck evil intent, the holodeck is a huge morale booster. It is 20 morale per cycle. So it's a huge thing to do. And we lost some hull. And
what are your orders, Captain? Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Alright, once again, their stuff is down.
Moving to attack the aft, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Now this part, the only thing I have to say about this is I really wish that they would give us more, how to put it? I wish they would give us more fidelity, and they would allow us to skip combats like that where it's pretty much one-sided, but I also, again, understand why they didn't allow us to do it. Alright, we now have main engineering and science level 2. Nice. Alright, so now we should be getting... Alright, we need 50 duranium. So let's get 50 duranium. Let's carefully salvage. There is an auto-resolve, yes, but I feel like the auto-resolve is not good, if that makes any sense, where I'm very wary of the auto-resolve. Alright, well, welcome back, YouTube. I had a driver crash, and we're probably going to be modelless for the rest of the session, but let's keep on doing what we were doing before things crashed on us. Alright. Well, let's get this duranium, or tritanium. Let's play it safe. Okay. I mean, we're right here. Let's get this duranium. And, of course, it's a battle station. Yeah, survival chance 100. Yeah, let's proceed. Okay. Got some duranium, which now should also allow us to upgrade you as well. If we had a warp core and... oh, because we don't have biolaboratory. Switch on. Let me see if there's anything... I guess we do need more crew quarters. We don't have a work team. Okay. Because we have someone on hull repair. I'm like, why do we not have a work team? Okay, so you're turned on. Let's get you some crew quarters. And let's go do this optional mission. See what it's all about. Okay, we now have Science 2. The occurrence is a... oh, great. So now stellar cartography is damaged. That's lovely. Well, let's fix that. Okay, so we now have that. That's great. And then Science Lab. What are we missing? Bioneural Gel Pack. Okay. So is there anything we can research in level 2 is the question. I think we might just do hull reinforcement. Unless there's something in science. Waste disassembler. Well, I think we have to do waste disassembler at 100, so we'll wait. Alright, what optional mission is this? Captain, we've arrived at the Class M planet, sending out the distress signal. I'm reading hundreds of life signs. They're contacting us. Captain, it's a Federate... This can't be the Equinox. No, this can't be the Equinox. Alright, I'm Captain Catherine Janeway. Who am I speaking to? Oh, this is the cooperative. This is the Borg. This is the friendly Borg. I apologize, Captain. My excitement got the best of me. My name is Riley Fraser. Sometime years ago, I was working as a science officer on the vessel the Bolian sector. We were attacked without warning by aliens. Those of us who survived were put in some kind of stasis. The next thing you know, we were here on this planet. Seems we share the same luck. We've also taken to the Delta Quadrant by force. I'll take some with you if you want. Take some of us with you. Captain, you assumed incorrectly. We want to stay. My group shares a bond like no other. This planet is our chosen home where we truly belong. And where are the aliens that left you here? No one knows. We all have that same story, grabbed from wherever and dumped here. However, most of the species here have become hostile. They raid our group frequently. If possible, could you provide us with resources? Sick Bay Level 2. Let's do it. We don't have much to spare, but we can provide you some of our medical equipment. Thank you, Captain. This will help us hold out a bit longer. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but we have another request to make. Our scanners picked up an abandoned Borg cube, but we don't have any way to reach it. If you could retrieve a piece of technology from the cube, it could help us establish peace on this planet. Alright, well, what kind of technology are we talking about? And what piece of technology would that be? If it's Borg weapons, I won't help you. We aren't asking for weapons, Captain. We only ask for help to remain united against the challenges of this planet. What we need is called a neuroelectric field generator. If you're willing to help, well, yeah, I'll help. Send us the coordinates. We'll take a look and bring you the technology if we find it. Thank you, Captain. Your efforts will contribute to peace and harmony on our planet. So where is the Borg cube? Oh my god, the Borg cube is off in Fuckville. Okay, well, that's a problem. Well... I guess we'll just go do the Borg cube now then, because that's important. Okay, we got that back online, which is important. We need 3 bioneural gel packs. Okay, so we have the level 2 sick bay. We have that. We need 3 bioneural gel packs, and then we'll switch off the bio laboratory. Yeah, oh no, we need 1 more bioneural gel pack to get the science lab level 2. That's what we're missing. Okay, we got what we wanted. So now, why are people complaining? Build a waste disassembler. Working on it. So that's what we're going to research right away. And then you. Let's use our premium replicator rations here. And hope that we've got... No, we have food here. We have lots and lots of food. Okay. Lots and lots of food. Okay, well, we need food, so let's go here first. Well, we only can store 900. Well, you know what? It's better, so let's just go ahead and hopefully get green. Okay, we have full food again. And then we're going to switch back to food, which only gets us +2 morale per thing, but we're running on food, so that's good. Let's go see what the trading station has to offer. Shield generator got damaged. Okay, fix you. Food for deuterium, deuterium for duranium, bioneural gel pack for duranium. I'll trade a gel pack for duranium, sure. And then I think we're just going to go to the Borg cube. Okay, you're back online. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders. Send an away team. Alright, we're going to need medical, which is not great. We are going to need engineering, so Balana. I guess we're sending Jacote. And then we need Kess. So let's see what happens. Captain, we're on the cube now, but it seems that we're stuck. The only door we found is shut tight. How should we proceed? Find an alternative way, because I believe in you. The away team moves some of the debris around, uncovering an alternate path they can comfortably follow. Captain, an active security scan traverses the area. Could trigger an immediate alarm. What are your orders? We don't need the food. I'm going to adjust the tricorders, and we're going to risk it. Okay, we did it. The team precisely calibrates the tricorders as the security scan's frequency. The emitted disruptive frequency deactivates the scans, allowing them to pass. There are a lot of inactive drones. Maybe we can acquire appropriate things. Oh, I think we have to risk it. And we succeeded. Nice. Good job, Cass. Away team carefully takes samples from the active drones. Not only could that provide new data about the Borg, but a sample of their nanoprobes could prove useful. Team pushes on with their search. Captain, the neuroelectric field generator is connected to the cube and looks rather delicate. Let us do... Let's risk it and hope that our roll is good. Alright, our roll was good. We're good. The away team identifies the energy conduits that lead to the field generator. They disconnect them one by one, carefully shutting down the generator, and retrieve it. The team beams back to Voyager to deliver to Fraser and her colonists. Nice. Alright. Well, let's go over here to get some science. Help them with their current project. Got a bunch of stuff. Nice. Alright, I think I'm going to switch over to... Yeah, let's switch over to... Also, Uzi. Good call on the first again. Let us switch over to the good rations. And then we'll fly over here. And we will wait. We're just going to spend some cycles waiting. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Come on, I need another biological gel pack. Okay, we have the waste disassembler, which is important. Alright, and now we have a lot of science to do whatever we want with it. So, metaphasic shield room? Yes, please. I will take that immediately. And then we want a waste disassembler. Where's waste disassembler? Waste disassembler. Oh. Missing resources. Oh, we're gonna have... Oh, no. We're gonna have to get binaural gel packs. Oh, no. I might not be able to do this in time. They're not gonna be happy with me. Yeah, that's a lot. Oh, that is not good. And look, it takes 2 decks, which we wouldn't have been able to do anyway. All right, well, that was a bust then. That's nothing we can do. That is a bust. But we can at least upgrade. And I guess now that we know we're not getting it, yeah, I don't even have enough storage for the other materials. So let's just get another crew quarters down. And we will return to... Let's get this deuterium. Let's just play it safe. Apparently we got hit by some stuff. Let's switch back over to the food. Okay. Let's get this repair station. I'll trade some titanium. I've got some to spare. Okay. And now let's get over to where we started. Captain, the occurrences, yes, I know. Emergency crew orders got damaged. I know. It's fine. Okay. We're facing a significant medical emergency. Treat them. Okay. Okay, we got our science lab and our emergency quarters back, which is good. We have 2 sick bays, which is important. Yes, we did get Tuvix. Welcome in, Petrus. We did get Tuvix. Tuvix is something we have. He's currently in the mess hall. We need to switch to... I think we're okay for another few cycles.
What are your orders, Captain?
Alright, I'm going to do manual combat, even though it takes longer. Simply because I think we get less damage to our ship that way.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
And Tuvix's ability
Enemy
is
shields
stacked.
destroyed, Captain.
Like, absolutely stacked.
Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Alright, and once again, we shoot
Moving to attack the
engines.
app. Ability ready, Captain.
Okay. So, we get some morale, tritanium, duranium, good stuff there. Okay. So first things first is we need to switch away from food. to the replicator rations. And then we'll go turn this in. Captain, we reached our destination. Continue. Captain, we are within hailing range of Fraser's colony. They're already hailing us. Looks like someone is eager for good news. Welcome back, Captain. How did it go? Wasn't easy, but we retrieved the field generator. Splendid, Captain. This will mark the new beginning of an era on our planet. An age of freedom and prosperity. Prosperity for our collective. What are you planning to do with it? Yeah, what are you trying to do here, buddy? I don't think there's a point in hiding it anymore. We're all Borg. Oh no, we're all Borg. So you weren't just dumped on this planet, you were assimilated by the collective. At Wolf 359, I was a science officer aboard a Starfleet... Oh, they even took off her wig. Nice. 5 years ago, a storm severed our link to the collective. We woke up free. We salvaged what we could and came to this planet to start over. Well, what went wrong after that? Sounds like a new beginning to me. What went wrong? The drawbacks of individuality, Captain. Instead of depending on each other, we fell back into old habits. The joy faded fast. Faced with cultures we didn't understand or were taught to hate, we turned hateful. Then came the violence. The fighting, the raids, all because of this? That's why we needed the field generator, to establish the neural link among former Borg. Linked, we had no conflict, no crime, no hunger. We lived as one in harmony. So-called harmonious family bent on violent assimilation. Captain, I think wisely about your decision. The neuroelectric field generator could be a significant asset, provided a deborgification is performed. It could cut our patient recovery time in half. Please, Captain, we're no longer bored. We've learned. We just want to use what's good to build on a safe, productive community. Congratulations. Have fun. Go do crime. Trust you will confine yourselves to this planet and brings you the harmony you crave. We'll beam it to you shortly. Thank you, Captain. Please accept these Borg laser scalpels. What is Borg laser scalpels? Shut up, Chakotay. Shut up. Just shut up, Chakotay. Yes, we have to respect their choice. They know about it. This is very individually drives them conflict. Now they'll simply suppress it so it can fester and grow in secret. Only time will tell. Helm, resume original course. All right. Well, let's get some deuterium. All right, we got the stuff under control. Jeez. All right, get the science lab fixed. We don't have enough duranium. That's just lovely. We're going to intimidate the Kazon, because, yeah. And now we're going to proceed with our mission. Alright, we have a comms request now, which is interesting. Captain, we're being hailed on all emergency frequencies, putting on screen now. We are the Nezu. Our company is under threat by asteroid. We need urgent help. I'll help you. Understood, we'll be there soon. Thank you, Captain. Please hurry. We won't last for much longer. Oh, wow, yeah, you have to beeline for them. How far away are you? 2 cycles. Alright, I'm gonna fly here. Get tractor beam, don't fail me now. Okay, that's fine, because now we can repair Science Lab U. And then combat. Wow, we also need double decks for that. Holy crap. Alright, well, we've already fixed you. We need 3 more gel packs in order to get this life support. Alright, well. Let's get science going. We need science going. Yeah, let's begin research on Biolab 2. That way we're producing 2 Bionil gel packs at a time. And then... You're that. Alright, well, we have to fly over and help them. Okay, now we're getting a bunch of science, which is great. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders. Yeah. Nezu planet, it's worse than we expected. Oh boy. Voyager arrives just in time to witness a catastrophic meteor shower bombarding the planet, leaving fiery trails of destruction. The crew races against time to provide aid. Shields are holding. We are unaffected by the debris for now. Captain, a massive asteroid is headed straight for the colony. Tow it back into space. Come on, tractor beam, don't fail me now. Tractor beam fail. Nice. Okay. Well, that's a problem. The giant asteroid hurtles toward the planet. The crew is powerless to intervene. Their technology no match for the forces of nature. Impact confirmed. The energy readings, yep, they're all dead. And we lost 500 morale. Captain, we're being hailed from the surface. Starship, Doctor, the debris, asteroids, evidence, meet up. That was strange. Another hail incoming, Captain. Finally, Captain, we suffered terrible losses. Please, you must help us prevent another catastrophe. Of course, Ambassador, we just had a strange hail from the surface. It must have been Dr. Vatem. His lab was hit in the bombardment. Please, Captain, you must help him. He was the only one who could save our planet. I'll send an away team. Music to my ears. I love me an away team. Alright, well, B'Elanna, congratulations. Where's Tuvix? Tuvix, congratulations. Oh, no, we don't have enough... We don't have enough stats for Tuvix. Hold on. I guess Chakotay's going. And then we need science, which... I guess Kim. Kim, congratulations, you're going. Captain, we're losing control of the shuttle. The thrusters are failing and altitude is rapidly declining. We're about to crash. Brace for impact? Yeah, let's brace for impact. And we critted it. Following orders, the team braces for impact as they crash land near the lab. The shuttle is no longer functional. The team leaves wreckage unharmed. Doesn't Kim need to do stuff to be promoted? He does need to do stuff to be promoted. He does. Well, we just need to not fail here. Okay, we didn't fail. That's good. Team disintegrates the rock, avoiding Vatem with utmost care. Once freed, they realize they aren't high enough to beam him back to Voyager. Luckily, they'll find an orbital lift not too far from them. Entering the orbital lift now. Wait, a woman has been hiding here. She's grabbed Dr. Vatem at knife point. What should we do? Well, we're gonna go with the morale and the food. All right, Chakotay, don't fuck me. Good job, Chakotay didn't fuck me. In calm voices, they explain to the woman they just want to leave and offer refuge on Voyager. For a moment of silence, she releases the doctor and joins the team. Captain, it looks like the tether's been damaged. We'll probably have to make some repairs. Well, we don't have a Talaxian, so I think we are literally just going to use our engineering here. Because we also get some deuterium. Go, deuterium, go! Team approaches the repairs like they would Starfleet equipment. They recognize similarities in the design and are able to make crucial repairs. Something's not right. We're losing Madlev cohesions. We're going to derail. No, we're not. No, we're not. You're fine. You're fine. As the team increases the carriage's velocity, they almost derail. Managing to realign the cart, they reach an altitude that allows us to beam aboard. Nice. And Kim is now level 5. Well done there. Captain, the away team has returned with Dr. Vatem. Yeah, Kim, we could be using Paris there, Dusk Harder, but I just haven't been using him. I have not been using him. How do you feel, Dr. Vatem? I've been better, but we have more urgent topics to discuss. Can you contact the ambassador? Dr. Vatem, I'm glad you're alive. Have you found a solution to the mess we're in? Not a solution, but a suspicion. Each asteroid shows anomalous energy readings. I suspect this event was no natural catastrophe. But what are these things if not asteroids? We need more data. A larger asteroid should be enough. If I'm correct, we'll find more signs of manipulation. Well, that's good timing, since there's picking up a large gargantuan asteroid. Impact that size would be catastrophic. Helm, set a new course. We need to stop this thing. Alright, well... Where is the thing? Over there. Well... I guess we'll go here. Yes, I know. Shield generator damaged. I know. Well, we're going to get our duranium back, which is good. Okay. We'll fly over here to the asteroid. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders. Continue. Captain, we've reached the asteroid. It appears its velocity has decreased since our initial scan. Destroying an asteroid outside could endanger the ship, Captain. I would advise a cautious approach. Wow, you can have Dreadnought AI by this point? I didn't think you could do Dreadnought AI by now. Maybe we missed a mission. Wow, I didn't even know you could have Dreadnought AI by now. Interesting. Well, missed opportunity, I guess. Let's try Tractor Beam again. And Tractor Beam has failed us for the second time. That isn't an asteroid, it's a starship. Captain, we're being hailed. There is no need for aggression, we are the Atinian Order. Are you responsible for the asteroid bombardment of the Nizu planet? The Atinian Order claims this territory. The Nizu will withdraw. You are not Nizu. Why is this conflict your concern? I'm a friend of the Nizu, and I'm not going anywhere until you stop your attacks on their planet. You die for this planet? We'd much prefer peace to war. If you withdraw, we'll give us some of our warheads. Captain, our ships show advanced weaponry. A fight would not be advisable. Dr. Vitim and the Nizu are helping us. Guess we'll fight. I don't like bullies. You would be willing to die for them? A loyal friend and a foolish one. Empowering weapons. Okay, well, it's not as bad as it could be. They're only level 6. So let's, And yes, Jedi Prime, in easy, you can. In... Oh, God, we don't have
Ability ready, Captain.
In easy, you can. In...
Ability ready, Captain.
In,
Shields down, Captain.
In normal difficulty and above, no, you definitely cannot.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
Alright, well that was easy. Took just a little bit of damage, but we did it. Captain, the Atinian Order is retreating. Let's deliver this news to the Nizu. Whatever you've done has worked. The asteroid impacts have stopped. Ambassador, the asteroids were part of an invasion strategy by a species called the Atinian Order. Without Voyager, we would have been doomed. They risked our lives for us. Thank you, Captain. The Nizu have overridden your depth. I'll take your resources, sure. Thank you, Ambassador. And we just got a bunch of tritanium. Nice. Alright, bunch of morale, bunch of duranium. Nice. Alright, so we need to start focusing on... Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the biolab. Because my hope is that we can get both of these life supports going. Okay, so now we have shields back. And let's repair you. Captain, we reached our destination. Well, let's continue the plot. Captain, convoy leader on screen. Names, yep, more not Neelix. Captain Janeway, I'll cut to the chase. We're looking for Richim Cortronide. Our convoy was raided by the Kazon Nistrum. They stole our... Yep, they stole all of it. What a coincidence. Cullen is putting obstacle in my way again. Maybe it's time to seek him out for once. Wait until Janeway calls. Okay, alright, well. How far away are you? 4? I mean, we might as well. Let's go get some deuterium. Okay, so we have biolaboratory level 2. We have a metric F-ton of science. I feel like... Oh, Lord. Let's do... anything here we could do? I do feel like this is better, but that also would reduce energy costs, which is what we're hurting for right now. Where is it? Where are you? It was under science? No, where was it? We just had it. We want the thing that increases our speed. Where was that? Here it is. Alright, get that going. Yes, I know you're mad at me. I'll take the hit. And we're gonna risk it. Got a bunch of deuterium. Nice. Alright, and now we're just gonna wait a cycle. Unless, what's over here? Oh, well, I think we're gonna fly over there. Alright, well, we got life support. Clean that up, and loyalties. Cullen and Suska have chased us long enough. This ends now. Not for the Virtuum, not for revenge, but because we have a mission. We have a home to reach. Bold. In that case, we should strengthen our defensive and offensive capabilities. They might be able to help them with repair. Okay, that could take a while. I propose building... Okay, so we can now do science tech. Okay, deflector to create echo displacement. Kazon sensors would pick up a whole fleet. I like the sound of all of that. Let's start preparing. Alright. Apparently I'm already done. And I finally caught him red-handed, Captain. It was Jonas. That slimy rat. He's been selling us out. Another trainer. Have Jonas escorted to the bridge. Captain, I don't understand. I'm needed in engineering. Cut the act, crewman. First Suska, now you. Why? Because without you, we wouldn't be stuck in this godforsaken quadrant. I'm sick of it. Janeway. I understand the fear, the anger, but Suska's path leads to destruction. Help us find Cullen, and you'll have a chance to redeem yourself. And I failed. Alright, well, let's try this again. You're an opportunist, Jonas. Suska has lost her only advantage with you. Get back on the winning side. Alright, well, apparently that was enough to convince him. Now, Mr. Jonas, be so kind to contact Suska so we can trace her location. How dare you contact me on an open connection? Janeway's on my tail. Calm down, tell me what happened. Captain, Suska's encrypted the connection and her signal is too weak to trace. Well, we have science lab number 2. We failed at a 90% chance. Compromise, Jonas. Wait, she ended the call. Are you happy now? You've done the right thing, Mr. Jonas. Security will escort you to the brig. Well, that's just lovely. That is just lovely. That's great. That's just great. All right, well, let's... Yeah, Peter when the dice fell. Clearly a Peter when the dice fell moment. Alright, let's play it safe. Okay. And then we need to start researching some stuff. Where is... What did it wanted? It wanted navigational deflector and science tech tree. Okay. Where is it? It's navigational deflector. It's under science.
Did you come here of your own volition?
Nyan
Or was it fate?
Nyan O'Malley. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. What were you all doing? Where are you coming from? Hope your stream was well. Hope you had a fun time. But yes, welcome on in. We're playing Across the Unknown. Usually I would have a model on screen, but right now my graphics card is not very happy with me. Yes, happy Thursday indeed. But yeah, what's new with you? What's going on with you? Anything exciting? Alright, that's the ship with the Borg stuff. Have we been to this one? We have not been to this one. But yeah, let's fly over here and see what we got. Okay, so we have... Oh, and we're seeing a Kazon Nistrum distress signal. Could be a trap. It is a trap. It is totally a trap. But, you know. Fun time. It depends. I exploded the Voyager once and also got my away team killed once. But really enjoying this. Yeah, this is my second run. I've learned a lot based on my first run, and I am in a much better place in terms of resources and everything else. But there's definitely still some things where it's like, ooh, well, I wish I would have done that sooner, kind of a thing. So we gotta get... I'm gonna basically science my way out of this. Let me see, because we're gonna build a Metreon shield room here, because duh. And then everybody's assigned where they should be. My graphics card is also not happy with your model in this game. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but usually I don't have a problem. Like, I have a 9070 XT. Like, it should have no problem with it. But something in this game caused it to crash. So, you're still on your first run? How far into your sector did you get? Because we're on Sector 5 at the moment. So... It's a thing. It is indeed a thing. And actually, let me see how much we're gonna need. Oh, we're gonna need 4 of you. Ugh. Well, I guess we'll just turn you back on then. We don't have the power to turn you on. Dang. Alright, well... Just got to Sector 5. Alright, so you're seeing a little bit into your future. Just a little bit into your future. Let me see. Well, I think we end up just going for the Raider wreck right away.
Another blank canvas.
Hey, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Alright, so we got that. I'm going to turn this life support off to get us some precious power. Because now we can turn back on the biolaboratory. Let me see if there's another... Nope, there's not another better one. So we'll leave Tom Paris there. And then we're almost done on our science. Okay, so... Where is it? It was under science somewhere. There it is. Let's begin research. And I just realized we don't want to go to this station or this system yet. So let's just go ahead and scan and find some stuff to do. You lost B'Elanna today? Ooh. We have B'Elanna doubled. We have Klingon B'Elanna and we have regular B'Elanna. So that's fun. Alright, well, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go... Actually, hold on, I upgraded you, didn't I? Oh, of course I need bioneural gel packs to upgrade you, of course. You have 2 of her but lost the half Klingon? Oh, oof, I like the half Klingon the most. Oof. Alright, well... At this point, we're literally just spinning our wheels. Like, we are literally just sitting here. Guess we'll just wait a little bit. Okay. She was the cutest. I agree. I fully agree. Alright, well, we're waiting on bioneural gel packs, which we get 1 every 20. Great. Great, great, great. Oh, boy. Alright, well, I guess... Actually, hold on. How much was... Oh, because we would need 5 bioneural gel packs for that, because of course. Because of course. I think we just need to upgrade the biolaboratory. I think at the end of the day, we need to do it. One of my criticisms of this game, so I don't think the difficulty is scaled well, because we're playing on easy right now. And as you can tell, we're doing pretty good. You know, we're doing pretty well. I don't think a lot of the tutorials... No, you're fine, Lottie. Welcome on in. I don't think a lot of the tutorials really make a good thing of explaining, hey, you need to do this, or hey, you need to do this. You know, this other thing. You're also, if you don't know what science is to tackle in the first few sectors, you kind of get screwed very quickly. And it becomes a situation where once you start failing, it is a death spiral, and you really start to... it really starts to fail pretty quickly. And it's frustrating because there's no manual saves. The only option you have is to restart the entire sector, which means you have to do everything in that sector all over again, which is not fun. You're basically saying, hey, you know, that's great and all, but I don't want to redo everything. So you either take the failure and die, or you restart the game. The other thing is that the combat interface for the Starship combat could be better. The sound design also could be better, because it's just the guy saying ability ready, Captain, over and over and over again. I saw somebody say that it was like Spider-Man 2, where you just have the same dialogue repeated over and over and over, which is annoying. And overall, I just think that for what it is, it's alright, but this is still like a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10 game, where it's great if you're a fan of Star Trek and it's great if you're a fan of Voyager, but for somebody who's coming into this for the first time, I think it is actually almost a bad thing. I think in order to properly experience this game, you needed to be a fan of Voyager. And you needed to know what the canon choices were. And if you don't know what those canon choices are, then you either learn very quickly that what you do sucks, or you have to find a way to get around it, basically. Alright, and another criticism I have, and it is directly relevant to what you see on screen, we are basically just spinning our wheels. We are waiting on research at this point. So I think what we do is we're just going to have to switch over to food rations. And we're literally just going to fly over to the food planet, and we're going to wait. Okay, we got you. Good stuff there. Let's turn you off. Let's turn you back on. Alright. And then we're literally just going to spin our wheels. Literally just going to spin our wheels. Okay, we got that back. We're going to turn you off for the time being. Let us actually build a cargo bay here, because we're going to need it. Yeah, like the whole resource thing, like, again, we're literally just sitting here waiting on research. And you would not be able to do this on, normal difficulty. Yeah, because on normal difficulty, by now, we would have been told we need to leave the sector. Whereas on normal, or not normal, on easy, you know, it's very, very, how do I want to say this? You can just spin your wheels as much as you want to have resources for. And, you know, they do that because of homesickness, but, alright, you need to be that. Because we want a waste reclamator. Alright. And now we just continue spinning our wheels. And yeah, if it's one thing, if you have a way to manage the morale, but it gets very bad very quickly if you don't have morale handled. Alright, 1, 2 more? Alright, one more. There we go. Alright, we got navigational deflector level 2, which is great. Let me see. I think I'm going to get sensor array level 2 because we need it. Unless there's something in combat. I mean, we could get tractor beam level 2. What do you want? Sure, let's do it. Let's get combat level 3 going. Okay, 19 crew got injured, because of course. Alright, we have to switch over to premium. And then we go to this planet. And we're play it safe. Okay, we now have full food again. Oh, wait, I have to upgrade the deflector. Well, of course, you need bioneural gel packs, and... because of course you do. Alright, well... let's get this Krazon Fighter first. I don't like any of these options. Alright, well, have 4 deuterium, it's fine. Okay, and then we're going to go to this Class D planet. And we will attempt to use our friend the tractor beam as the jet flies over. Okay, and then we're going to get this deuterium because it's 1 cycle away. And we're going to risk it because we can. Alright, we now have full deuterium. And let me see, what are we missing? We're missing a bioneural gel pack. How quick are you getting a bioneural gel pack? Okay, so you're almost done. So we are once again going to spin our wheels, is what we're going to be doing. So spin those wheels as we once again get into combat. So one other thing of combat, as we'll see here momentarily, is once you understand one-on-one fights become extremely trivial, at least at this stage, where if you target their weapons and take them out early, then you're literally just spinning your wheels waiting for combat to finish. Because now they can't fight back, and otherwise there's nothing for them to do. Like, it's kind of just there. And yeah, you're completely right in that it is 7 of 10, based on what we've been shown and given so far. But it also is something where, you know, I just wish, you know what, actually we've got food. Let me turn on the food. Ooh, you know what? No, we'll keep the deuterium. We can manage with the deuterium. Because I think we're just waiting on... There we go. Alright. Upgrade that bad boy. How long are you going to take? 12 cycles? Oh boy. Alright, well, I guess we just fuck off and do something else until then. How far are you away? 5? I mean, might as well. It's not like we're doing anything else. Alright, so we have started to get the, hey, we need to leave. Alright. Alright, so I want 100 research, which we'll have quickly. Alright, so you... let's intimidate, because we have the combat power. Okay, we have full storage there again. Let's fly over here and get some of this precious uranium. We're going to send a mining team. Okay. And then let's get this deuterium. Once again, we're going to play it safe. Okay. And how are we doing on our upgrade? 3 more cycles, which is enough to where we can fly over and say hello. Alright, we now have navigational flector number 2. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders. Continue. Voyager discovers a Kazon shuttle drifting aimlessly in space. The ship is damaged and eerily silent. Is this a derelict vessel or a trap set by Seska and Kulla? Voyager approaches cautiously, wary of what they might find. One life sign, Captain. Critical. Okay, so, Nyan, I don't know if you got this ability, but in Sector 1 or 2, you can get a Vidian surgical device. It is, by far, the most amazing upgrade you can get. Almost the most amazing upgrade you can get. And, okay, you got it? Yeah. Like, this thing already has saved our butts so many times that it's amazing. Captain, the patient is conscious and requesting to speak with you. He's playing a significant rise in red cell production, which I can't explain. I'm Turnia. Thanks for saving me. You're part of Kulla's crew, aren't you? He just abandoned me. He and that vicious woman. I'll take you to them. They'll be at your mercy. I want to watch Kulla suffer. I'll trust you, sure. You won't regret it, Captain. These are the coordinates. Helm, set a course for our new destination. Alright, we finally can do something. Let me see. Because we need Barrel Gel Pack, so I have to leave him on. Could build a battery thing there if we really wanted to. That's offline. That's offline. Also, trust Seska. They're always trustworthy people. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. They'll live. Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna go over here. Oh. Captain, we reached our destination. Let's do it. It's definitely Kulla's raider, Captain. He's not alone. I'm picking up several Kazon ships. We're outnumbered. Damn, I shouldn't have trusted Turnia. Security, take him in. Oh, boy. Detonation. Oh, great. He was a bomber. That's great. That's great. Cargo hull and mess hull got damaged. Great. Turnia detonated. Casualty and damage reports coming in. Oh, did something go spoon? He always was a volatile individual. You're slipping, Janeway. It's time you hand over the reins. Captain Janeway, I believe it's time our little... No. No. This ends today. Screw you. This isn't a game. This ends today. Ooh, boy.
What are your orders, Captain?
Ooh, boy. This is gonna be a thing. Alright. So you...
Moving
some
to
weapons.
Captain.
We are going to be using torpedoes.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Shields down, Captain. Moving to defend the starboard side, Captain. We've lost a subsystem, Captain.
Wait. What? We just instantly lost. Captain, our shield integrity has collapsed. The Kazon are attempting to board. Can we get the shields back online? Negative, my control is being impeded. An active block is in place. Blocked, identify the source. It's Seska. No, let's... Yeah, I think this one's scripted. This has got to be scripted. Hope you've cleaned up a bit, Janeway. You're getting visitors. We're being boarded, Captain. Kazon's on deck 5, 6, and 7. Everyone stand down. No one else needs to die. I'm going to talk to Kulla. Hello, everyone. Missed me? Ah, finally, my ship in my hands. Kulla, I'd like to discuss what happens now. Discuss? There's nothing to discuss, woman. You and your technology are mine. Seska, the Veritium Cortronide. I want to leave for the Hanon system as soon as possible. What's in the Hanon system? Your new home. You'll love it. Lovely little planet. Your crew is being transported to the planet, Janeway, but you'll stay as my little trophy. You disgust me, Kulla. Voyager's entire crew is on the planet's surface. Then get us off of it. Wave goodbye, Janeway. Abandoned. This familiar silhouette of Voyager shrinks into... Hold on, is this scripted? Cullen, a Kazon Olga ship is approaching. The Olga? What do those spineless sandworms want? Ah, Cullen, I've seen you finally succeeded in your little endeavor. Jabin, what do you want? Captain Janeway have unfinished business, and Voyager is my compensation. You're still holding a grudge about that array thing, Jabin. You couldn't seize it then, and you're certainly not going to take my ship now. A division of the spoils, perhaps, and Janeway's punishment. That's all I'm asking for. If I make them fight, maybe I can make us end up on hand and 6 again. I'm just gonna reach over and, boop. If I can get to it unnoticed. Kala, you treacherous snake, battle stations. What just happened? Oh dear, it seems Lieutenant Nunes forgot to secure the phaser array before he left for the day. How dare you, woman? I will deal with her later, Kala. We don't stand a chance. You Kazon have no idea how to fly the ship, let alone how to do battle with it. We should retreat to Hanon 4. Oh yeah, the psychopathic Bajoran and the Doctor do this. That's right. That's right, I remember this now. Okay, well, we have a huge away mission here. Humongous away mission. So we have to do Chakotay for some of this. We need science. We want Harry Kim for science. And then... I think we have to bring Cass. Alright, let's see what happens. Listen everyone, our captain will find a way back, but first we need to be ready. First things first, water. Well, Harry Kim, let's get that science. Careful analysis and usually green vegetation. Hidden spring. And now we need food, which we'll use Kess for. And we critted on it. Nice. Provide meager but sustaining meals. Sun setting. Let me see. I'm going to build a makeshift shelter. Kim, if you fail, I will be angry with you. Crew constructs a rudimentary shelter. Night passes without incident. We were ready. Oh, great. There's natives on the planet. We are going to do this to make a crit. With the crew's careful gestures and soothing words, the locals will lower their spears. Suddenly, Voyager appears above them. By Kazon fighter, they land and the battle continues. The Kazon are fighting each other. This is our chance to retake Voyager. Enter through the cargo hatches. Okay. The crew bypasses the security systems and opens a cargo hatch. They slip inside undetected, ready to take back their ship from within. The captain must be on the bridge. Wait, someone's coming our way. Is that Jabin from Okampa? Let's, Yep, let's go ahead and intimidate his fellow warriors. The crew's display of strength and resolve calls Jabin's forces to turn on him. Jabin is defeated and flees. The crew heads for the bridge. Also, hello, Caspian. No, we haven't joined Species 8472 yet, though we will soon. Okay, and this is where... Here it is. I guess we're just gonna double up on science and get the crit. The crew initiates his fake self-destruct sequence. The Kazon abandon the bridge. The crew rescues Captain Janeway and subdues Cullen and Seska. Voyager is reclaimed. Nice. Oh hey, look, it's Klingon Balana. A close call, Captain. It's good to be back. It's good to have you back on my bridge, Commander, and to call it my bridge again. How many Kazon are still present? We have taken a number of prisoners, Commander. Releasing them on Hanon 4 would be frugal. However, there are prisoners whose fate you may wish to decide on an individual basis, Captain. You look good, Captain. Do you have a new haircut? Crewman Jonas, you stand accused of treason against the Federation. Seska, she manipulated me, threatened me. I had no choice. You're going to be in the brig for a while, buddy. You chose betrayal over loyalty, Mr. Jonas. You'll spend the remainder of the journey in the brig. And we got 400 morale. Nice. Please, I'll do anything. Don't lock me up. Well, you should have thought about that ahead of time. Lieutenant Jonas, remove Jonas from my bridge. There's someone else waiting for you, Captain. Are you satisfied, woman? This is what you wanted, to see me broken and defeated. Your ambitions have led you here, Cullen, not me, but this ends now. What do you want me to do? Surrender? Beg for mercy? I'll leave him to the other Kazon. I won't do anything. The mage will decide your fate. You dragged him into this, and now you'll face the music. You wouldn't dare. I just did. They're already on their way. May they show you the same mercy you showed your enemies. This isn't the end, Janeway. Mark my words. I think Cullen has graced us with his presence long enough. Take him away. One last prisoner, and this is Seska. Yup. About time. You made me wait an eternity in that brig, Janeway. I thought you liked me. The game is over, Seska. Game? This was never a game to me. It was survival. Your actions have caused suffering and destruction to the friends and family who trusted you. And yours haven't? You stranded them in the Delta Quadrant, forced them to fight for their lives. I offered them a way out. A way out that led to more bloodshed. You're no better than the Kazon you manipulated. I am Cardassian. We do what is necessary to survive. You know what? We'll try offer her redemption. We'll try. Seska, you were a member of Voyager's crew. I believe in redemption. It's not too late to make amends. We lost 300 morale, but that's fine. Redemption? I'm afraid it's too late for me. Consider it, Seska. It's never too late to choose a different path. This is unexpected and too good to be true. Alright, well, I'm too stupid. You know what? We'll double down. It won't be easy, Seska. Rebuilding trust takes time and dedication. And we just got Seska without Chakotay leaving, I think. Captain, with all due respect, Seska betrayed us. She shattered any trust we had in her. It pains me to say... Oh, boy. Alright, well, we're gonna try Captain Janeway. Given Seska's history with the Maquis, she possesses a unique understanding of the challenges we face. Asking you to put aside your personal feelings. We need a success here. We got a success. Boom! We got Seska and Chakotay. Nice. Thank you, Chakotay. You won't regret this. It's Commander, Ensign. Captain, the warp coils have been repaired thanks to the Vertrium. Nice. Alright, thank you. And, yes, not Neelix. What do you want? Once we're past Kazon Turret, we're practically knocking on the Borg's front door. Scary stuff. Perhaps we could scout ahead to avoid any unpleasant surprises. Good thinking. We'll send a probe to scout ahead. Before that, I'd like to say a few words to the crew. The Kazon have tested us in ways we've never imagined possible. We faced a ruthless enemy, internal betrayal, and the constant struggle for survival. We welcome back Seska, who is ready to make amends for her past actions. But through it all, we persevered. The scars of this conflict will remain, but they serve as a reminder of our strength and of our commitment to returning home. Nice. Nice. Alright, that is Sector 5. Alright, well, first things first, we gotta repair a bunch of shit. Alright, so you gotta get repaired. You gotta get repaired. And I think we're just gonna spin our wheels for a little bit. I think we're literally just gonna spin our wheels and... Okay, so we're gonna spin our wheels and fix everything. Okay. Yes, I know. It's out of order. I know. Okay, emergency quarters need to be repaired first. 1, 2. Alright, we now have our morale coming back to us. We're going to switch to normal food rations here. We want to repair you. And you. And we wait a little bit. Yes, I know. We're losing morale. I know. Okay. Alright, I think we are good. Let's get this uranium, and then we're leaving. And then let's just... Oh, science. We need to get science going. I know. See, that's the thing. I wish it was more obvious that you were doing nothing on science. Like, I need to be on top of that a little bit more. Alright, so we're going to research this. It's going to take us some time. And let's go to the next sector. Nice. Sector 6.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. All right, log's got to be quick. There's a party in the mess hall, and I am not missing out on that cake. Kazon Space is behind us, but Seska, well, she's still around. The captain's actually handed her a get-out-of-jail-free card, called it Redemption. Reads well in fiction, but out here, not so sure. Yeah, I got my shot too, but I never actually conspired with the enemy to seize Voyager. That's a pretty big difference. Seriously though, Seska and Kulla were quite the villainous duo. Kulla, the chaotic brute, Voyager's sworn enemy, constantly trying to conquer our ship with his army of mindless minions. Seska, the manipulative femme fatale, the one truly in charge, pulling the strings in the background like a spider. Hang on! After the party, I have to jot down some notes for my holonovel. Supplemental 1. Ever heard of a mobile emitter?
Oh,
Probably
boo,
not.
we don't actually get to do the back in time mission.
That lets you power a hologram anywhere. Finally, we can drag our beloved EMH out of sickbay and onto away missions. Naturally, the party poopers down in engineering are saying the thing won't be cleared for research until their mandatory security check is done. Where's the leap of faith in completely unknown technology from the future, guys? Supplemental 2. We have lost contact with the probe we sent ahead into Borg space. Not exactly what you want to hear with your first cup of coffee. The captain and commander are focused on scarce food sources in Borg space and careful preparation. But we're talking about the Borg Collective here. The greatest known existential threat to the Federation. Food sources? I'm worried about assimilation.
Oh. This is the latest image transmitted by the probe before it went dark. Oh, that's great. The inside of a Borg cube. That's great. This is it, Captain. Borg space. What about the probe's astrometric data? Picked up a narrow corridor of space devoid of Borg activity. We've nicknamed it the Northwest Passage. We need safeguards against assimilation. Doctor? I could bore you with the nuances, but I know you want to get to the point. I need Borg nanoprobes. Something even my brilliance can't replicate yet. The derelict Borg vessel would be the safest bet. We'll consider it if the opportunity arises. Redouble your efforts. This has top priority. Captain, I think I need your help. Since we've been approaching Borg space, I've been experiencing visions. I saw Borg, dozens of them dead. I saw the destruction. Oh, well. We don't have Tuvok, so this is going to be a problem. Cass, we've all been through a lot. Get some rest. If you say so, Captain. Now, if that's all... Captain, long-range sensors are picking up transwarp signatures, closing in. Red alert! Details, Ensign. Okay. Well. Alright. We'll just do some quick scans here to see what we're working with. Alright. Looks like we've got a lot of... Okay, we've got deuterium. Yeah, that's the thing. Can I keep Kess now that I don't have Tuvok? Because Tuvok was instrumental in stabilizing her as she destabilized. Yeah, we have Tuvix common. We have Tuvix. That was at the very beginning of the stream. We have Tuvix. I tell you what. I still have to eat lunch, and I still have to figure out why I was crashing earlier. So let's go ahead and end the stream here. YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll continue this run soonish, but if you got this far, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. But YouTube, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.